Welcome to Informed Tourist. This is Curtis, your traveling guru. Now, let's talk about something most travel channels avoid, like a gas station bathroom at midnight. The places in America that just don't feel welcoming. You've seen the postcards, right? The land of opportunity, the American dream. Well, what if I told you that dream sometimes comes with boarded up windows, flood warnings, and a faint smell of regret? Stay with me, because by the end of this video, I'll share a secret tip on how to spot these unwelcome mats before you ever book a ticket or make a move. So buckle up. We're going beyond the travel brochures to explore why some parts of America feel like they're saying, "Keep out." Every traveler has that moment. You roll into a town expecting charm, and instead, it feels like the Twilight Zone. The smiles are tight, the air's heavy, and something in your gut says, maybe keep the engine running. Ever wonder why that is? Why some places feel off-limits, even when the perskaris, waffleites, I hear when they're perfectly safe on paper. Let's peel back the layers. Because sometimes the most affordable, quiet, or historic towns have hidden costs that tourists and potential residents don't see until it's too late. You've probably seen those videos. Move to this cute small town, homes under $100,000. Yeah, and sometimes you get what you pay for. Sure, housing's cheap, because no one wants to live there. Behind that low price tag might be a town with collapsing infrastructure, one grocery store that closes at 6 p.m., and internet so slow it feels like dial-up is making a comeback. Ever heard of a food desert? That's not a Burning Man art piece. It's when the nearest fresh produce is an hour away. And those affordable properties, often sitting on old industrial land, meaning your yard might literally glow in the dark. But here's the kicker. When you do move there, local taxes and fees quietly creep in. Small towns still need roads, schools, and services, and with fewer people to pay for them, guess who picks up the slack? Yep, the newcomer who thought they found a bargain. Surprise, you just bought a fixer-upper and a crumbling town budget. Then there's the brain drain. That's when the younger, educated folks move out, and the only thing left behind is nostalgia and a Dollar General. When jobs dry up, people leave, then businesses close, then schools lose funding, then, well, the local diner becomes the last survivor. For travelers, that means fewer amenities, fewer reasons to stay, and a vibe that screams once was. Ever driven through a downtown that looks like it's waiting for someone to turn the lights back on? That's brain drain in action. Let's face it, some places didn't just fall behind, they got run over by progress. Once thriving factory towns were built on steel, coal, and cars. But when automation and globalization came knocking, those industries packed up faster than a tourist who finds a roach in their Airbnb. Entire regions now wrestle with unemployment, aging populations, and shrinking tax bases. If you're a traveler, that means what used to be a bustling main street might now be a lineup of pawn shops and for-lease signs. And small businesses? They struggle because locals don't have money to spend, and without small businesses, you lose the soul of a place. Here's a hard truth. When the economy dies, so does the community spirit. You feel it the moment you walk in, that sense that time stopped somewhere around 1987. It's not just jobs disappearing, it's schools, hospitals, even police funding. Ever try to find an urgent care open after 5 p.m. in a rural town? You'd have better luck finding Bigfoot. Public services erode, crime creeps in, and travelers notice. Because when a place stops investing in itself, it shows. Cracked sidewalks, boarded-up libraries, dim streetlights, and that sends a message louder than words. Don't settle here. Maybe don't even stay the night. Welcome to our town. We have historic charm, friendly folks, and absolutely no reliable cell service. Enjoy your stay. Just don't get sick or break down. Ah yes, safety, the great equalizer of travel decisions. Nothing says unwelcome like your GPS rerouting you away from certain neighborhoods with that gentle robotic panic recalculating for your safety. Now, not every rough place is truly dangerous, but perception is everything. A rising crime rate, even a small one, can tank tourism faster than a bad Yelp review. And when visitors stop coming, jobs vanish. Police funding gets cut. The spiral continues. In some towns, community policing has been replaced by community gossip. Residents start locking their doors. Outsiders stop visiting. Before long, the town feels like it's under self-imposed quarantine. The psychological toll is real. People in declining areas often report feeling isolated, anxious, and, well, kind of defensive of outsiders. You can sense it when you visit. The smiles feel strained, the conversations short. Ever walk into a bar where everyone turns around like you just kicked in the saloon doors? Yeah, that. Welcome to America's unspoken tourism filter. Let's talk about Mother Nature's contribution to the Do Not Enter list. Some areas of the United States are practically at war with the environment, and honestly, losing. Flooding in the Midwest, hurricanes in the South, wildfires in the West. It's like a national buffet of natural disasters. People used to rebuild, now many just relocate. If you're thinking of visiting or moving somewhere new, honestly, it's smart to check FEMA's flood maps before you start dreaming over those Zillow listings, because that dreamy riverside cottage, well, it might turn into beachfront property the wrong way, if you know what I mean. Then, there are the towns that still carry the scars of their industrial past. We're talking polluted rivers, toxic soil, and those ever-present air quality warnings. If the local museum has an exhibit on America's chemical age, maybe, don't drink the tap water, and the lack of investment in green spaces. That's a huge red flag, folks. Travelers today crave outdoor recreation, clean air, and sustainability. When a city can't offer that, it quickly slides right off the must-see list. But here's the twist. The real Unwelcome mat isn't always about economics or the environment. Sometimes it's social. Some communities are still deeply segregated, not by law but by culture. A lack of diversity or just resistance to change can make outsiders feel like they're crashing a private party, you know? Political polarization doesn't help either. Ever accidentally mention politics at a small-town diner? It's like lighting a match in a fireworks factory. Soft boom. When locals stop talking to each other, travelers can feel that tension instantly. And honestly, no one likes vacationing in a cold war zone. Then there's the stuck-in-time effect. Some communities cling to the past so tightly they forget to build a future. Modern travelers look for vibrancy, new restaurants, events, cultural exchange. But when a town refuses to evolve, it quietly repels fresh energy. As one local once told me, we don't get many newcomers here. Folks tend to stay or stay away. So, how do you avoid landing on America's unwelcome mat? Here's that promised secret travel tip I mentioned earlier. Before visiting or relocating to any U.S. town, look for 3 signs of vitality. First, diversity of economy. If the whole town relies on one major employer or industry, it's just one bad quarter away from disaster. Look for places with multiple sectors: education, healthcare, tourism, tech, agriculture. Second, investment in public spaces. Parks, libraries, sidewalks, and community centers are all signs of civic pride. If they're well kept, it usually means the locals care, and visitors are welcome. Third, community events and culture. A city that celebrates itself invites others in. Farmers markets, music festivals, and cultural fairs are good signs you'll be embraced, not eyed with suspicion. Soft boom. And if you want a bonus tip, talk to locals. The first 5 minutes of conversation will tell you everything you need to know about whether you belong, or whether it's time to keep driving. America isn't just one story. It's millions of them, some inspiring, others still searching for a happy ending. The unwelcome mats aren't just about bad neighborhoods or tough towns. They're reflections of what happens when opportunity, empathy, or hope starts to fade. But the good news? Many of these places can come back, and some already are. All it takes is investment, vision, and yes, a little hospitality. Soft boom. So next time you plan a road trip, remember, behind every welcome sign is a story. Just make sure it's one you want to be part of. Please subscribe to Informed Tourist. It's free, and it helps us keep exploring the real world, not just the glossy brochure version. Thanks for watching Informed Tourist. Please hit the like button and subscribe, and it's free and supports the channel. Now enjoy these next videos.